All right, good evening and thank you for joining me. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jake Lambright. Of course, a lot to talk about between freezing temperatures these next couple nights to gusty winds, even the chance for more rain as we head toward the end of this work week. Of course, we're going to break it all down and I'll also answer your questions. So if you're watching along, you have any weather questions for me, feel free to leave those in the comment section on our live stream on the KALB Facebook page. And I've got them pulled up over here to my side. I'll be answering some of those here in just a minute. Let's start off with a live look right now from England Air Park. Right now, things a lot quieter compared to earlier today. Of course, we had the rain and it was pretty chilly out there. Still a little bit of rain left out there on First Alert radar. You'll notice, though, it's very isolated to scattered at best. Once we hit midnight and beyond, though, things expected to be a lot drier. That's also when those temperatures really start to cool down as well. In fact, here's what Futurecast shows as we go through the next few hours. You'll notice there, like I mentioned, by midnight tonight, that rain is pretty much gone. We'll fast forward to about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. You still have a little bit of cloud cover as you head out the door. Then by the afternoon, this model here going a little too aggressive on the cloud cover in my opinion, but we should see a little bit more sunshine out there compared to cloud cover for the rest of the day. Let me try to take that back there for just a moment. We'll head into tomorrow evening. You'll see there tomorrow evening looking pretty nice as well. So as far as how much rainfall we've received so far today, I'm going to actually make this full screen here so you can see it a little bit better. You'll notice most of the area not receiving a ton of rain. In fact, out by Alexandria, we're seeing some estimates there, about half an inch of rain or so, even out toward Avoyelles, very similar amounts. When we get into these blue colors, those are amounts between 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Across northern portions of Sabine and northern Natchitoches Parish, we're kind of registering in about half an inch to 1.5 inches of rain as well. So, of course, every drop of rain does count. It does matter at this point. We need every bit of rain that we can get, but thankfully, we were nowhere near having excessive totals that would have caused anything like localized flooding. Here's a quick check, though, of our official observation site report. You'll see AX coming in a little under 1/4 inch of rain today. Same with the Natchitoches Airport. As we head out toward Opelousas, though, we saw a little bit more than 1/4 inch of rain. Same there in Natchez. Oakdale coming in with the highest official total today, coming in about 0.6 inches, and just a few hundredths of an inch were registered out at DeRidder today. Temperatures right now, of course, it's 9 o'clock. Temperatures cooling down a little bit. We've got some upper 30s out there as you head out toward Winfield, Natchitoches, Manny. We're in the lower 40s across the rest of the area with the exception of Oakdale and Opelousas right now. Still hanging out there in the mid 40s. So we're pretty close to, if not in some locations, a little bit cooler than where we started things off earlier today. Our observed lows were anywhere from the upper 30s to the low 40s. Things will be even cooler as we head into the day tomorrow. In fact, here's a look at our hour-by-hour forecast for tonight. You'll see, again, we keep the cloud cover around. However, after midnight tonight, things getting cooler, though, will be near freezing as you start your day tomorrow morning. So don't forget to bundle up, especially as you send the kids off to the bus stop. It is going to be a pretty chilly morning out there tomorrow, and Wednesday morning will be much of the same. In fact, let's talk about that frost and freeze forecast. I do think a good bit of us, let me actually take this back here to Tuesday morning. You'll notice, especially our northwestern areas, and really I would extend that blue, which indicates those freezing temperatures, a little further to the south. Really, it's going to be areas along and north of Louisiana Highway 28, expected to see at least a light freeze overnight tonight. That southern row of parishes, though, should be okay. Still going to be dealing with frost, though. You'll want to make sure your pets and plants are already indoors, and you want to keep them indoors as we head through tomorrow night as well. Let's fast forward things over to Wednesday morning. You'll notice that freeze expected to be a lot more widespread starting on Wednesday, and then the rest of the week looking better. Maybe some patchy frost on Friday morning. There's a lot of question marks with that, though, so not fully sold on it at this time. Here's a look at our freeze forecast, though, next couple of days, and you can see why I'm not entirely sold on the idea of even patchy frost on Friday morning. Again, it's really overnight tonight into Tuesday morning, and then once again Tuesday night into Wednesday morning that you've got to keep those pets and plants inside. You got to remember those 4 Ps. Also make sure that friends, family, neighbors are staying warm as well. After Wednesday morning, though, once the sun comes up and we warm up, not too concerned about a frost or freeze for the rest of that 7-day forecast. Now, of course, we've talked a lot about the temperatures being cold at night. It is that time of the year where we do get a little bit cooler. During the daytime, though, tomorrow we're going to be well below average. In fact, high temps for some will struggle to hit 50 degrees. You pair that with some gusty winds. We'll have some pretty strong gusts there out of the north at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. It's going to feel a lot colder out there than the upper 40s tomorrow afternoon. So want to give you the first alert to that so you can keep that in mind. Then by Wednesday afternoon, wind gust a little bit lower and wind shifting direction to out of the south on Wednesday afternoon. You'll see those gusts anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Let me actually back that up a little bit more. You'll see gusts there picking back up on Thursday out of the east and northeast at about 20 miles per hour. That alongside rain, because rain chances will be increasing on Thursday and Friday. Thankfully, though, rain chances much lower as we head into the upcoming weekend. And with temperatures warming up ever so slightly, weekend weather is looking perfect. Of course, we'll talk more about those details coming up here in just a second. Before I talk a little bit more about the drought monitor, I do want to remind you, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave those in our Facebook comments on the KALB Facebook page live stream, and I'll be getting to those here in about a minute or two after the 10-day forecast. A quick look here at our drought monitor. Again, this was updated last week. Central Louisiana, one of the spots in Louisiana with the highest drought conditions. We've got severe level drought there in the darker orange across portions of Allen, Evangeline, St. Landry Parish, even back up into Sabine and Natchitoches Parish. Severe level drought, that's a level 2 out of 4 on the drought monitor scale. Even pre-drought conditions in the yellow, moderate or level 1 drought in the tan has also expanded greatly with the last update as well. Of course, we'll get another update on that drought monitor on Thursday. I'll make sure to share the latest with you then. Tomorrow, again, temperatures are going to struggle to reach 50. It's going to be a chilly afternoon. Those winds certainly are not going to help, but we're drier. We'll have cloud cover for the morning, followed by lots of sunshine for the afternoon. See there by 9 p.m. tomorrow, seeing temperatures already back into the mid-30s. Let's get a quick check here of your first alert 7 and 10-day forecast. You'll see there rain chances really starting to increase as we head toward Thursday and Friday. Kind of been on a temperature roller coaster here as we go through the next 7 days. Highs will be in the 60s, though. Low 60s Saturday, mid 60s on Sunday. Again, with lots of sunshine, it will be the perfect days to spend some time outdoors and a lot closer to our seasonal average. Temperatures a little cooler on Monday, highs there in the upper 50s, but returning to the 60s by Tuesday, keeping things nice and dry as we head through much of the upcoming work week. All right, I don't see any questions here beside me, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off for now. Of course, I'll have another weather update for you coming up tonight at 10 on our Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV devices on the KALB app. You can also watch that live on the air coming up on NBC. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you right back here tonight at 10.